shaking, YouTube? Hello there. Hello there. I don't know how well they really work. They've gotten wet on my saddlebags, and it's like already a connector on a connector. So, what's shaking, YouTube? It's the Angel of Authenticity live and top the motorcycle shop. Beaten to feet. Still snowed in like a motherfucker. I mean, it can only be like another month and a half. I mean, it can't stay snowy forever here. It's not fucking Antarctica or like doodah, USSR or something. Wait. You know what I mean. I always say it can't rain every day because we don't live in Seattle, you know. I mean, if you live in Seattle, I really apologize. I hope you like rainy days. You could get like a lot of neat photographs. Maybe that's where it's like the East Coast is known for kind of the photographs with the umbrella and a kind of rainy scene. The lady in the red raincoat or something. Actually, I should play that song. I wrote a song and it reminded me of Central Park in New York City for some reason. I've never been to New York City. Don't have no ties to New York City. I never had the desire to go to New York City, although I know there's some cheap land out there upstate. But my ex-husband's from Nova Scotia, and I say ex-husband, and it's just like another 1,000 miles away. It's a little too close. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like for real, it's like no desire to be there. All the people like that were talking about UFOs and shit at first and getting abducted were from upstate New York, and that's maybe why the land's cheap. It's like a government hotspot or something, or just an anomaly hotspot. It could just be a place of signs and wonders, you know, and people were misinterpreting it wrong, and like that's why it kind of let off. I don't know. There's so much fucked up shit going on. Like anybody that wants to beam down from outer space and come and do stuff on me, check my life out. Yeah, you know, as long as they're accurate recorders. I know I don't got that here, so I might as well just take my chances. Like, what's it gonna hurt? You know, can't do nothing about it anyway. Really, let's be so real. Especially we know this now. Now, if you would have said that 30 years ago, I'd have been batshit crazy. But people know now, very, very real and very, very aware that the fact that you're never alone, no matter who you are. Somebody's probably making money off of your name, your image, your stats, your adversity in some way, and making the things that are your strengths seem to you like an adversity. That's all an illusion, people. The illusion of power in these structures and these systems, and it's all bullshit. Don't let it bind you. Start taking your power back as a sovereign citizen of God, a sovereign citizen of the United States, a sovereign being. We all have that dignity and that right, and you give it away every day. You're like, okay, yes, officer, okay. You know, they don't even know what they're doing either. But before you know it, man, if you get in that hole, like you're done, dude. And I've been illegally arrested and like fucking held and you name it, and I've been through it. Believe me, dude, running around on my motorcycle with my guitar, I've had my fair share of fucking harassment and being pulled over and over and over again. Every time they see you out and your car searched and the whole 9 yards, the monkey test. You know? The one cop said to me one time, he goes, well, ma'am, you passed, but most people take their high heels off before they do that. Your 7-inch stilettos off before you do the test, but you passed still. Well, I wasn't drunk or nothing, you know what I mean? I was tired. You know. 2 days, twice that week, I got pulled over by the same cop on the same stretch because I fell asleep. He made me park the second time, and I had to park and sleep it off for a while and get a little rest. But I had just done that. I was trying, like, just the hours in the morning. It's like, I don't know, it's a long stretch. It was a long drive, too. I was driving a lot. But that was happening to me all the time. When I was getting in the car, I was falling asleep, and it was really strange. I've never done that. I've been a driver as my job, hauling heavy cars and shit, like 3 cars at a time when I was in my 20s, early 20s. You know, for like some janky, shady, like, I'm not janky, shady people. I'm not going to say that. They were very fucking decent people. But like, just poor, you know what I mean? Not really having everything you need with your license plates and your insurance. And so that doesn't make you janky or like shady at all. You know, everything was legal. But like, it was hard times. It was right before the housing market crashed. And then the housing market crashed. And I had 5 children under the age of 8 years old under my care. And I always kept them under my care. I was paying out of my pocket for the last 2, my 2 sons. And the doctor's visit every month was the same amount as our rent. I remember which was supposed to be a mortgage, but then that deal fell through, and then the housing market crashed. The judge gave me, my sick mother, my sick partner, and 5 children under the age of, actually at that time they were all under the age of 6 years old. They were all under the age of 7 years old at least. Yeah. So like, they gave us literally 24 hours to move, you know. Oh, I was so mad. I went walking and I was in this stupid skirt because my buddy used to always say like, you gotta go in, you gotta wear a turtleneck and a full-length skirt. There's no judge out there that's gonna sentence a mother like that. You know, like, I'll never again, dude. I was like, fuck that shit. That didn't work at all. So I was like, Your Honor, this was hidden from me. I had no idea. I was not in charge of the deal initially. I just would give the money and pay it. And all that was true, you know? All that was true, but like, you know, that's what you get when you get people trying to rescue you. You get 24 hours to move. That's what you got. But I mean, there was a lot of things that happened in the meantime, though, with divorces and custody and all that. I just gained custody and I just had more. And it was like, I was running the preschool and I was on the county council, and there was a lot going on in my life. I was trying to do big things, you know what I mean? I was running out of time, I felt like, at 25. And now here I am 20 years later. And I'm still just sitting there like dumbfounded almost, like, I'm here? How did I get here from there? Because I always knew I made certain decisions on purpose. And I did at a very young age. I had the awareness to know, like, I don't want to be like this or that. And I blamed the wrong things, though, for being like that was my problem then. And it took me 20 years to iron that out and to make sure everything was in the right place, to make sure you take your own accountability and heal your own shit. Because if not, if it's muddled up anywhere, it's gonna hide that aspect of you that you need to heal. And it's an ongoing thing. It's not like, oh, I'm healed, I'm better now. Thank you. It's like being on probation, right? Like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to do no more drugs. I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to smoke no weed. Nah, I'm good. You know, did you ever mean that? Like, come on. It ain't no different. It ain't no different. People go to religion like they're a probation officer because that's how much shit they got in their soul sometimes that they need to forgive. They're just seeking peace that bad. That's all God really promises you guys is peace, power, love. A sound mind is the most important to me. And courage, you know, power, love, courage, a sound mind. We're masterpieces, you know. He made us like, let's not just stray from that. Would you rather have that, or would you rather follow a vibration, an entity, a way, just anything that's something that was underneath that? Like, really? Or would you want to go to the straight top? It's kind of like buying aftermarket parts. Some people don't mind doing it, you know, but that's not really the people that you want working in your shop, because you want somebody working in your shop. If you're restoring like vintage Harleys, say, big money stuff now, you want somebody in your shop working in it that's going to notice the difference in steel, say, from an aftermarket part or a 1929 Harley Davidson part. And that's something you just can't teach. It's like something that somebody, I don't know, you might be able to teach it. I guess I never really tried to teach that skill. I've had it since I was born, I think, to be able to tell that. You know, I might not be able to tell you what it is, but I know it's special. I know it's different. Like, I could tell that it's different from whatever else I'm grabbing, say. Hence, in the commodities business for a long time in my life, I made a lot of money off steel and that whole business. But then after the housing market crashed, everything was fucking $5. Back then, people don't talk about that. It's like they forgot. It was that much money back then. I know, because a gallon of milk, my grocery bill was over $1,000, and that was just to get by with what we had. And that was just enough meals, and that was utilizing food pantries. That was utilizing the whole get. That's a lot of money a month. Back then, especially, it's not now. Now it's common. It's about what it costs now, just for 1 or 2 people. But I mean, that was my bare minimum I can get by. I was buying 2 gallons of milk a day and things like that, you know. And it's like, oh, there's programs. Like, yeah, but I didn't use them programs always. When I was making enough money to buy the stuff, I actually just did that. I should have been putting that money away maybe and like getting them programmed, but I didn't want to be a liar. I didn't even file taxes in here because I didn't know what to do because I was self-employed. That's how innocent-minded and like determined to work for what my children had, even if it wasn't a whole lot, it'd be enough. It'd always be just enough. I said, if you're doing it right, you'll have just enough. Nothing more, nothing less. You'll have just enough after counting your change and maybe even a stranger throwing in 11 cents. You know? That's when you know you're doing it right. It's a true story. Okay, I'm going to play you a song on this guitar, and I'm going to get my other guitar out. I just forgot what guitar I was playing. I've been trading back, but that's one thing that fucks me up pretty bad. That's why I just carry my full-size guitar with me everywhere I go, because when I change down to a half-size guitar or something like that, it takes me like an hour of playing just to get like back used to what I'm playing, and I'm not thinking about it. Anyway, I like guitars I can interchange back and forth, but when they're in different tunings, that's why I was like, why doesn't that sound right? I was about ready to say I'm going to tune my guitar, but I realized I'm on a different tuning. This one's on drop D, the other one's on open D. I usually keep my shit tuned to standard, so it's all new to me. I'm learning, so you're going to stay with me on it while I'm writing these new songs. If I can even remember, it's really hard for me to go back and forth. I get in a mindset with it, you know, and I'm in it. Like, that's something I've learned about myself. So maybe I really got to record these songs that I did on standard tuning now, because I will probably hardly ever revisit them again, because I really like that open D tuning. It's a nice sound, and I sing in D major. I guess it's my croak, my octaves. we have this many octaves, ma'am, but you are octave, yeah, D major apparently, whatever that means. I know I sing in C a lot too when I was practicing a little bit. I was in C's, I would hit the C's almost every time. So it was somewhere in there, just D actually. You got drop C or any C tuning is like so deep it's not even good on your guitar. I don't think it's like boom, boom. I could sing some death metal good, huh? Little bitty girl get up there to be singing death metal. I did that once when I was younger, like right at the turn of the adulthood. 17 on your own, punk rock, shit in your face, mohawks. Since you do at that age, I guess. I'm really proud of my kids that it seems like for the most part, from what I can see and tell, they're doing what they want to do. Or at least they got to for a lot longer than my generation did. I was 19 married, and by the time I was 19 and a half and married and had a baby, I was married when I conceived, you know what I mean? So I got married like right when I turned 18. So what the fuck do you know at 19 and a half? Not nothing, you know what I mean? Like your life is like fucked. Like, which field would you like to go in? It's like, how do you want to be brainwashed? Do you want to, because I went to the college alternative, mine was a little bit different. I don't think I got the same, I ended up in the same spot, though, at the end. But, I went through a lot less bullshit, and I don't have to wear polyester either, so I'm just saying, I don't think I made bad choices, necessarily. People made a lot of choices for me, that's the problem. And that wasn't my doing either, that wasn't because I was like, hey, my God, I can't go, I can't. Like, no, that's not exactly how it goes. When you say no, I don't think that's okay. They'll be like, "Oh, you're crazy. You got to go now." I'm not sure how that. Yeah, that seems like it's a lot better. Boy, I just babbled on probably, and it wasn't even recording. I bet. I bet you could barely hear it. I bet you could hear it better now. I see my dots went way up, so that microphone took a shit. That's what that tells me. I thought it was all the way broken, but it might be kind of all the way broken. I don't have any now, I don't think. Anyway, this one's called A Place to Exist. If I can even remember how to play it now. path of the righteous man is surrounded by the inequities of evil man's greed and all that tyranny. Blessed is he, blessed is she, whom their brothers and keep, and our way shows for the sheep of the darkness. Need some more information, it seems. Lines of communication have crossed me before I've even needed it. Blessed is he, blessed is she, to the brothers and keep well. Our way shows for the weak through the darkness. Never cared for that shade of red anyway. I painted my door black, lucky it's mine, but now all those people I need, they just walk on by, pass it on by. Blessed is he, blessed is she, who shepherds the weak through the darkness, past all that tyranny, all that greed. Alright, mister, so this is what we're gonna do. It's majority rules. You can take your badge, shove it up your ass. 23 skidoo. Moving on along. That's God's song, actually. It wasn't always, it was supposed to be two different songs, but I forgot how to play God's song when I was writing that song right after it. So, like, it was very similar, though. I mean, it had some of the similar, I don't know. That's what God's song turned out. It was very, very appropriate because when the criminalization of homelessness happened, I wrote that song there. So. That'll be our songs tomorrow about the history of the tyranny the earth went under, but is no longer afflicted by. If you don't believe that, raise your fucking vibration and get on the path. For real. You have the power to do it. We have the power to manifest and change matter with our hands, with our minds. You're being inflicted by shame and fear and guilt and all these things. That's a poison of the mind. That's poisoning my brothers. You will know my vengeance. For my name is God. I'm not saying I'm God. I'm saying, yeah. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger any of those that attempt to poison or destroy my brothers. For you will know my name is the Lord. That's what I meant to say. When I strike down upon thee. Poisoning is of the mind and the body and the land and the air and the people. It's all here, you know. And all the people that are listening to all the people, like, think that they know what all the people are listening about and talking about. Like, it's such bullshit. It's like, what a show, though. I mean, I'm finding it quite... I know that they sold out of popcorn in the ethers already, and now I understand why. Because, like, I'm out of popcorn here, too, and I live in Indiana. And there's more than corn than Indiana. Apparently, there's a lot more than corn than Indiana. In Indiana, we ain't got no fucking popcorn. Where do you think popcorn comes from? I live in the middle of cornfields. Railroad tracks are going one way, nuclear plants on the one side, and solar fields on the other. And, like, it's crazy. They've ruined all our farmland and killed our crops. Nothing grows here right now. It's It's real, people. It's not just a conspiracy, but we win this victory. This victory's already won. It just hasn't toppled yet. That's why I keep prophesizing for the February 3rd. It's definitely between the 17s. But then I found out that February 3rd has 17 planets that line up that day. And it hasn't happened for 77,000 years. I was like, that's a good day. It's going to be a good day for me anyway. It's going to be a good day for me. I already know because I seen it before I heard that. That was double confirmation. Nobody knows I heard that in my mind's eye. I did talk about the prophecy, but I said that I prophesized it on the 17. I never said it was about 17 to 17 as far as the way I seen it for time-wise to be able to determine that I just knew it was February 3rd. They don't have any relation to it. I didn't do no math, so don't go out there and do all that. It's not like that. It was a prophetic thing. Or 3-2 also was the other one. 2-3 or 3-2. I wasn't sure which. I just was feeling vibes that day. But not just because of that. My process is unexplainable. It's divinely given to me by God and who I am in the spirit. Why do you think all them soulless people want to have power and control here on this realm? Because it's their egos that are fucking so butthurt that they cannot generate the energy that they need to even survive. Otherwise, they just decompose and die. They rot. And I'm just saying, if that weren't true, maybe they are energy harvesting, you know what I mean, off of people that are real people born of the water, born naturally, or whatever. But I just don't see a lot. I see a lot of discrepancies in God's character and who he was and why he did what he did. And some of the things that we've been smashed into our head this way. I'm known as the politically incorrect Christian because there's nobody that loves God more than I do. And everybody that loves God will say the same thing, you know? I'm not going to get into details with nobody. I don't need to do that because he's inside me and I'm already operating under the unconditional love. So I'm already showing compassion in ways that they'll never even give attention to because they won't get on the fucking path to do any shadow work. That's why men hate women so much, because we love the sides of them oftentimes that they choose to ignore. As mothering and nurturing spirits, that's what we're here to do, because we're here to partner, and you're supposed to protect her and make sure she don't get eaten, and make sure she's happy and doesn't cry too much, and you're the woman's supposed to make them happy and make sure they don't venture off too far and forget about you or whatever, you know what I mean? But definitely made as some people probably like to go out and just be a bunch of butt humping, whatever. I mean, I'm not here to judge. But it's so much more than just the physical pleasures and the fleshly things on earth that we need to be concerning ourselves with, especially at this moment right now. I know there's been times in history where they thought, Y2K, but people are actually feeling it in their spirits stirring. The heavens have opened, and the trumpets have been blaring in cities, an unknown noise, and it's the trumpets, brother, because I'm one of them. I'm not really sure what I got to do yet, but I only got a flute right now too. I'm not really sure, and a guitar. Oh yeah, my mouthpiece. The only thing I'm here to do is protect authenticity and humanity in this earth, because the earth is here for humans and nothing else. And the universe is going to make sure of that. Look at my little guitar. Let me switch hats. We're dropping down. Yeah. Actually, I'm getting to my beatnik guitar out. My rich kid guitar would have probably been my corner hat one. This is a beatnik guitar. I don't even feel right wearing my hat. Yeah. Alright. Bam, bam. I ain't gonna work. It's blocking my view now. Alright. This one kind of poofs when you were here. If Fathead had it on their head. Kind of stretched it out a little even after I washed it, so what I'm gonna do. It wasn't reacquired. Probably misappropriated it in the first place, so. I mean, I got it legit, but. Don't all the quarters get their head secondhand from some shady, warlockish kind of guy? Or did they maybe get them when they're down and get their hat? Like a trophy. Summoned and in there. I rebuke that, every bit of it. I clear my energy. I don't even want no part of that. I'm just talking shit. I'm making shit up at this point. Don't mind me. I'm writing a blues song. This is my best attempt at it so far. I'm feeling it with this tuning. Oh, and I got a hard head too, and a sore ass. At least my nose ain't brown, I fear. And I only get on my knees to pray these days. Not to say Uncle that is. I got 6 left thumbs so I can catch a ride. There's one for each city I had to walk in the dark all by myself. Long, long ways. My 6 left thumb got me there always, and the one finger. You think you use the legs, but I use that one. Yeah, I use that middle finger to walk away. I didn't use my legs. I used that middle finger. Walking I went with my 6 left thumbs. I would have never made it. Guess that's what you call beating defeat. Austin to Dallas. Spain. Have you ever been to Lincoln, Nebraska? It's a real trip there. Couldn't believe our eyes, but there it was. Drag races. Fireworks. Doodahs. They didn't stick around long, but we were ready to witness. At the Cornhuskers Union Bank there, it's the tallest building in Lincoln, Nebraska. I think it's the tallest. If not, it's close second. Cornhuskers Credit Union. People go from all over the country to go bank there. They didn't have no COVID there either. There's not one person in that city at 2:30 in the morning drag racing in the middle of the night with cops and French and beer and crowds and villains and ghouls and goblins and maybe even a priest or two, who knows. Had a mask on during the lockdown. Our kind of style. Who would have thought Lincoln, Nebraska would be throwing the biggest party ever? But I got out of there with my 6 left thumbs. The last one. Made it to Omaha, well, in an hour. Pretty good considering I had to dust off a thumb and ditch the cops, get punched in the face, and move it on along, and that hour trip in an hour. But damn it, somehow I did it. I don't know if it was time change or what. Got 4 right feet, would you believe? 6 left thumbs for each city. 6 left thumbs, 1 for each city I had to walk away from. True story. I got 6 left thumbs. Damn, that's the closest to a blue show I got, though. I'm working on it. I am working on it indeed. Sorry, guys. Cause I got 6 left thumbs. Damn. 1 middle finger. You think I'd use my legs to walk away, but I don't. Just use that. I don't know. I sing it better when I'm playing it, I guess. I need to really write down the lyrics. That may help me a lot. But I never do that. Well, until next time, I got some fires to start, and that sounded bad. Yeah, I got to go stoke the fire. That's how we do it around here at Top the Motorcycle Shop. Until next time, the Angel of Authenticity reminding you, get real and stay that way.